Happy Arvo. Hello. Thank you so much for joining me for the 100th episode of. Hold on. Dude, this week in Australia. 100 episodes, y'all. Wow. Wow. I actually ordered some hundreds and thousands to make fairy bread and try fairy bread for the first time. But it just like never showed up. I ordered it off some sketchy website. I wanted to get like authentic Australian sprinkles or hundreds and thousands. And it just like didn't show up. Anyway, that's okay. I guess I'll make it like I'll have to acquire or attempt to acquire some more sprinkles before the year is over for this year in Australia. You know, I'm going to have to make that video here in a couple of weeks. So that's when I'll try fairy bread for the first time. But for now, top post this week. This is Australia, folks. Oh my God, it looks like a paradise. Sleeping kangaroos around a cylindrical tree. It almost looks like AI. If I didn't know Australia existed, I would be convinced this was AI. How can a tree be that thick that when you cut it, you're able to cut it like this and it still be that thick? What kind of freaking tree is that, dude? That's an insanely thick tree. Wow, very impressed by the tree. And the roos just enjoying the sun. And look how short the grass is. Very well manicured. It's all just beautiful. It looks like paradise. To be a kangaroo, just chilling out under a cylindrical tree in Australia. Imagine that. Not even being aware that we're on the cusp of World War III. Just chilling. No stress. Looks awesome. Okay, what do we got here? Oh boy, some track and field, folks. I like sports, so this is cool. 16-year-old Gout. There's no way that's his name. Is that a real name? Gout. What a badass. Just broke Peter Norman's 200-meter Australian record held since 1968. 20.04. Oh my God. 10-second hundreds. This is awesome. Let's see.
We'll go again here. Men's under 18 200-meter final.
At just 16 years old, he could still, you know, grow another couple inches, be a little bit taller, be able to move even faster. I don't know which one he is, but it's going to be really obvious soon.
There and they're away in this men's under 18 200-meter final, so we're about to wind him up and watch him go here. Gout. He's already got the stagger.
It's the guy in red. Yep, there he goes. Oh my God.
Start to open him up. So let the legs loose and let the kid run. He is absolutely gone. He is Gout of this world. 20.07. That is not human.
Hell yeah, dude. This dude is 16? I mean, it's not the best quality video, but I would have thought he was like 24. Oh my goodness. What a badass.
And let's wait for the swing. Let's wait for the adjustment because this may be the fastest we've ever seen, if not the second.
You love to see the camaraderie. Imagine winning the 200 by like 40 meters. Okay, that's not 40 meters. What is that? What is that right there? That's at least like 15, 20 meters, right? About. That's crazy. And you love the full effort. Thrust at the end. Gout. I'm going to be looking for him. When's the next Olympics? 2020. I know this is crazy, like. This year has been so crazy, 2024, that I like don't remember the Olympics happening this year. That was this year? That at least, you know, usually I'm like, oh my God, it's been 3 years since the Olympics? Like the Olympics is already coming up next year? And that makes me feel old. So I much prefer this. Forgetting that the Olympics happened this year. So 2028, he'll be 20 years old. Perfect. It's lining up perfect. Gout, gout. I'm calling it right now. Gold medal. 2028. Apparently, he also beat Usain Bolt's under 16 record. There you go. That's all you need to read, man. I'm just curious about the current records. So, I believe it is Usain Bolt right now, 1919. So he needs to shave less than a second. A little bit less than a second off that in the next 4 years. I think he can do that. This is actually crazy. He had, I guess Usain Bolt had a headwind. Is that what that means? I mean, everybody else has a tailwind, I believe. Usain Bolt did the record in a headwind. No way. You can never find a Bunnings team member when you really need them. Is that a Wallaby? Or is that a Joey?
I'll come around this way, Ricky. Is that door open? Just stay there.
This is actually kind of interesting. I've never seen, how nimble a kangaroo is, or how, some animals, when they run through something, they're like a bull, and just be running through all of it. But a kangaroo is more like a deer. Very careful to not disturb the place, Probably a better customer than half the human customers.
Just come around this side, Rico.
That's awesome. Uh-oh, guys. The first negative Kohl's post, which, to be honest, I mean, that's actually pretty good. It's pretty good. If you haven't had one by now, that's a pretty good sign. But we got it, and it's about the automated self-checkouts and the theft protection. Okay, all right. Or prevention. Just had a call from my poor wife. She was upset. She went through the local Kohl's and bought a few things, one of them being a 30-pack of Diet Coke. 30-pack? We don't sell them in that denomination. Given she's recently had a cesarean and not wanting to lift it unnecessarily, she didn't scan it at the checkout, instead pushed the heavy items button and chose it from there. I didn't know you could do that, but okay, I mean, that makes sense. Clearly she's paying for it, so. Then as she leaves the store, the supervisor later wishes her well and says goodbye, only to then run dramatically after her when she's 20 meters away, yelling out loud that she hadn't scanned the Coke. Why don't you just look at the receipt? Like, they can look at it digitally. The person at the self-checkout, they're like the game master. They can see everything you do and everything you scan. I worked at Walmart, so I know. I mean, you just look, dude. Effectively, publicly embarrassing my wife. Imagine that. In our relatively small town we live in. That's they don't consider that, they don't, that's not an obvious metric for Kohl's to put into their little AI computer to determine what they shouldn't do to be more profitable. It's an intangible thing like, hey, maybe you shouldn't embarrass a regular customer in a small town. Because maybe then they're not going to come back and shop as often. And well, if that's your grocery store that you go to every week, that's probably $1,000 in revenue a month that you're now not getting. And so maybe you shouldn't chase her out screaming that she's a thief. But no common sense anymore. Once she catches up, my wife, she explains that the computer had defected it as an unscanned item. However, relents when my wife shows the receipt. No apology, just a grumble about bloody computer. Like, I get it. God, I don't know, man. I think that's just 2024 for you. Like, I get it, Kohl's. People steal shit. Even more so after you got rid of half your employees for these detestable self-serve checkouts that your customers generally hate. I'm going to be honest, though. I actually kind of like self-checkout. I'm not going to lie. I don't mind either way. It's just that the self-checkout is typically much faster. So for that reason, I like it. But please don't embarrass. But I do understand in Australia, you guys hate it for the most part. But please don't embarrass people and make them feel like a thief. Good idea. Remember when customer service was a thing? Yes, that was the age, the era before AI robots made decisions about all business practices. That was maybe 30 years ago. Wow, another video. I'm really enjoying how many short little videos we're getting. Flavor that you can weigh. Amazing. What does that even mean?
Just gets worse. Is there any biscuits in there?
You hit the jackpot. Would you like some shapes with your seasoning?
Biscuits in there. What the fuck is that?
Dude, that's probably enough seasoning for like 1,000 boxes. I say get you a bottle, put it in a shaker, put it on your dinner table next to the chicken salt. That's awesome. They weighed it. What is that? 107 something, folks. 107 something. What the hell am I looking at? Give me a local greasy hamburger over a fast food chain. Yeah, I'm not going to lie. That actually looks fire. I was kind of pretending like this didn't look good. It looks great. I just am trying to figure out what this is. At first, I thought that was a tomato. Now I see it's bacon. So I retract any type of hesitation. This looks quite excellent. The soft, fluffy bun with the toasted underside. A thin slice of bacon. Just the right amount of lettuce. It's a 9 out of 10, folks, for what you get. I mean, okay, 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. I haven't eaten it, so I can't say. Maybe it's a 10 out of 10. I don't know, but it looks good. This is a fantastic in-between, but honestly, the classic fish and chip shop burger with a decent bun. So it's a burger from a fish and chip shop. Okay. I never considered that a fish and chip shop might sell a burger. Has a real appeal. A bit like a roast chicken roll with lettuce and mayo. Australian soul food. Australia. What is this? Okay. Have a shit hot Christmas and a pizza New Year. Yeah, you could send me this photo and I would know, based off nothing but those phrases, that this is definitely Australia. But what is that written on? And how was it written on there? It's like a waterfall of grass. Oz Wildlife's top tip for cooling down this summer. Right, because it's summer. Indeed, yeah, it's summer. Maitland, I don't know what that is. But thank you to all the kind people who have reported the brushtail possum that appears to be trapped at the Pender Place in Maitland. Is this the same? Like, do these correspond? How is this post going to turn into something about cooling down? A tip for cooling down this summer. Anyway, this possum has been assessed on 5 separate occasions and witnessed to be perfectly able to leave his resting place. And seems that he enjoys the breeze on his boys in this heat. Okay. I had not zoomed in, but I see. Okay. I have composed myself. It is not the preferred home for a possum, but he is perfectly fine. Please leave him be. Feel free to let us know if he seems distressed, but he is not stuck. Good to know. Least inappropriate, Maitlander. Shout out, Maitlanders. Now, what do we got here? Surcharges keep on creeping into the future. Not on the bill, but on the bank statement. That's a whole different level. You know, America is bad enough, guys. The fact that Well, now I'm a little bit confused. This is like America, where the tax is tacked on afterwards. Is it because you're buying food? I thought that... Wait, what? I'm actually a bit confused by this receipt and by everything, and, you know, I'm questioning everything I thought I knew. So $750, it adds up to $14.50. Then it says there's a GST tax payment, 10% of $1.32. But then it just says the payment is still $14.50. But then on the actual bank statement, it goes up 11 cents to $14.61. Which does indeed seem illegal, even over here in America. Like, you can't just charge people. It's bad enough that over here in America, they don't do the tax till after, you know, you've scanned everything. Then they say, oh, yeah, on top of all your total, you're going to also pay another $9 in tax. But that would be on the receipt. In this case, the receipt says $14.50. Then in your bank, they just take out some more money. Fascinating. I know it's only 11 cents, but I very much do not like that there's zero mention of it on the invoice. Yeah, no kidding. It's not about the 11 cents. It's about the principle of the matter. Those numbers should be exactly the same. Yeah? Yeah, I mean, that's kind of like the idea of a receipt. It's a record of exactly the transaction. Not like an estimate. Aussies pranking a Kiwi cop in an American vehicle.
Go. Give it to him.
Let's check if alcohol okay. Does it count to 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So it's an American car, so the driver would be on the other side.
You had something to drink, bro? Yeah, bro. Oh, yeah, sweet. Wait, let's come up with a foul, alright? Driver's over here, bro.
That is gold right there. Wow, that is gold. That's the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life. I only wish they had let it keep going for a little while. See how far it would go before telling them. Wow, so apparently that strike that took place this month is estimated to have cost Woolworths $140 million. $140 million. Oh my God. That is significant. That's no joke. Wow. But I am now learning that I guess the strike is over. They settled the dispute. Okay, what is this? That's not cricket.
Anytime today?
Short run, Hughes.
Hold on, let me see if... Yeah, okay.
Hughes, get back.
Short run. Go.
Oh, I can't wait to go. Hughes, he's struggling here. Round your back.
Yeah.
They made it. I love how it timed up to where they just barely made it. That's perfect. Okay, we need to talk about this one because I saw this in the news. I saw the headline. I couldn't avoid it. And, wow. U.S. woman caught with a golden gun. A golden gun. In luggage at Sydney Airport. Jailed for a year. Wow. Little Linda Goodson traveled to Australia in 2023 to attend a clown school with a gold-plated pistol worth about $3,000. What? Okay, I just need to know where this lady is getting this money from to attend clown school in Australia from America with a $3,000 pistol. She pled guilty, okay, of illegally importing an unauthorized firearm. That's a big deal, it turns out, in other countries. Well, I mean, illegally importing a firearm is a big deal in America too. It's just, why would you do it illegally when you can easily do it legally? Oh, only 4 months is going to be served in full-time custody. I feel like that's, I don't know. I guess, it's kind of irrelevant, I guess. This lady seems kind of out of her mind. She should probably just be kicked out of Australia and not let back in. Maybe serve a few months, get kicked out. I think that makes sense. Because I don't think that she was going... who knows what she was going to do with that pistol? Probably nothing. She just seems kind of like loony. Which maybe does mean she might have done something horrible. I don't know. I guess I should say she seems very eccentric. Almost like the gold pistol was just an accessory. Oh my god, there it is. That thing's sick. Did you guys play GoldenEye? Like on a N64 with the golden gun? That's sick. When asked at the airport if she was carrying any prohibited items, she claimed she was not. What about the gun in your bag? Said the customs officer. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. She had searched online, can I have a gun in my suitcase? That makes it even worse, to be honest. That makes it even worse. Although, if she's extremely stupid, then maybe she read the U.S. law, which you can have a gun in your suitcase if you get it checked and go through all the correct process, to get a gun onto a plane in the, why can't I think of how to say, as a checked luggage under the plane. You can't bring it on the plane, obviously. So maybe this search would have returned yes, but there's no way you make it all the way to Australia not knowing that you can't have a gun. I can't believe they didn't catch it earlier. So after searching that, she set a calendar entry reminding her to put gun in suitcase. Prosecutors submitted earlier that the gun looks particularly confronting and would terrify members of the community. Maybe I'm alone in this, but to me that is, maybe a freaking AK-47 with a laser on it. It looks terrifying to me. This looks like something a clown would carry, which I guess was the case. Although it also is pretty badass, I'm not gonna lie. It is, I guess you would also find it on a mob boss. When asked where she planned to store the gun when she was in Australia, she indicated under a vehicle's passenger seat. At least she's honest. Wow, that one left me a little bit speechless there. I don't know what to think about that, guys. I say I wouldn't blame you if I was you guys. I would just send her back. Send her back. Take the golden gun. You can have that now. Put it in your, I know you guys have that big gold facility thing. The 1-ton coin, wherever that thing is at the mint. Put the gun there on display. And we'll figure out something to do with her, I don't know. But thank you so much for watching. Wow, this was a long episode. Happy 100th episode. Thank you to... is there any way anybody out there watched all 100? Probably not. But thank you for even watching just this one. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. No, I won't. I'll see you next week. Have a great weekend. Bye.